Hi, students. Hi, teachers. My name is Shaban Kansu. I am an English teacher as well. And today we are going to study Wilson's 3, lesson 23. So let's start to study Wilson's 3, lesson 23. First of all, as a teacher, I would like to start with the word search section with key vocabulary. Listen and repeat after me, okay?
Attend a class.
You must attend classes every day when you go to university. When you go to a school, you must attend classes every day.
Do physics at university.
I love physics, so I decided to do physics at university. Okay.
Have a hard time.
I don't like exams, and I have a hard time at the end of the school year.
Have the time of my life.
Okay. I had the time of my life last summer when I went on holiday with my friends.
Keep up with the times.
Grandpa doesn't keep up with the times. He doesn't have a mobile phone. Remember, generation gap between old and young.
Make time.
We never have enough time to do everything that we want to do. So we have to make time for the most important things. We have to spare time, you can say.
Run out of time.
Okay. Let's work a bit faster. We must finish the project today and we are going to run out of time.
Sign up for a class.
Okay. I want to sign up for a dance class and go with my friend every week.
Take a long time.
Studying for exams takes a long time. I never feel that I have done enough.
Take a course.
Let's take a course that uses computers so we can learn about coding.
Take an exam.
I'm taking my English exams next December.
Write an essay.
I must write an essay and give my opinion about using computers in schools.
Gamification.
Gamification. Our maths teacher uses gamification to make learning maths more fun.
Hard.
Hard. Difficult. My homework is getting harder every day. I'm not sure I can do it without your help. Opposite is easy. Opposite. Difficult. Synonym. Hard. Very difficult, you can say. Okay, we finished studying. Sorry. Yes, studying the vocabulary, key vocabulary, and we should go back to lesson 23. Okay. Now for lesson 23, we have a reading here. Open up the books and look at the book, and you're going to listen. Okay. And there are some exercises here to answer for you. Follow from the book, okay? And listen.
Lesson 23. Reading. Exercise 1. Listen and read. Then tick the sentence which is false. Gamification. Learning through games.
Learning is like a journey.
1.
We have to attend classes, do homework, write essays, and take exams. At school, we sometimes have to do subjects that we aren't good at or interested in, and that's boring. Don't you wish that you could learn new things and have fun at the same time?
2.
All you have to do is keep up with the times and use gamification.
3.
Think about what happens when you play a video game. You keep playing to score points, to get to the next level, and to win prizes.
4.
Well, that's what happens in gamification. Only you aren't just playing a game. You're also learning maths, history, French, or any subject that you do at school. Read on to find out what 2 students say about their favourite learning apps. English student Victoria Samuels loves the app Words of Wonders. Wow is like a crossword.
5.
It starts with a few letters and easy words. It gets harder with every new crossword, and there are lots of levels. Victoria says, I learnt hundreds of words playing this game. If I hadn't played WOW so much, I wouldn't have done so well in my English exams. Matt Johnson is doing physics at university, and he loves gamification.
6.
If we had learnt this way, we wouldn't have had such a hard time remembering things. I wish we'd had apps like Quizlet to make things easier. For example, there are physics games that you have to complete before you run out of time. This helps you learn faster. If I had used apps like Quizlet when I was at school, I would have understood things much more quickly and easily, he says. Would you like to sign up for a class or take a course that uses gamification?
Speed. How quickly something moves. Speed is distance over time. Engineer. Someone who designs or builds machines.
Yes. This is the listening. Now, these are the questions. Gamification is a new way of learning. Think about this. Take the sentence which is false, not true, which is false or wrong, you can say. Gamification is a new way of learning. False. We feel good when we play games. False or true? If it's false, tick. If it's not, don't. Matt Johnson learned with games at school. Okay, let's check. Think about these. Look at the reading. Let's watch again.
Lesson 23. Gamification. Learning through games.
Learning is like a journey.
1.
We have to attend classes, do homework, write essays, and take exams. At school, we sometimes have to do subjects that we aren't good at or interested in, and that's boring. Don't you wish that you could learn new things and have fun at the same time?
2.
All you have to do is keep up with the times and use gamification.
3.
Think about what happens when you play a video game. You keep playing to score points, to get to the next level, and to win prizes.
4.
Well, that's what happens in gamification. Only you aren't just playing a game. You're also learning maths, history, French, or any subject that you do at school. Read on to find out what two students say about their favourite learning apps. English student Victoria Samuels loves the app Words of Wonders. Wow is like a crossword.
5.
It starts with a few letters and easy words. It gets harder with every new crossword, and there are lots of levels. Victoria says, I learnt hundreds of words playing this game. If I hadn't played WoW so much, I wouldn't have done so well in my English exams. Matt Johnson is doing physics at university, and he loves gamification.
6.
If we had learnt this way, we wouldn't have had such a hard time remembering things. I wish we'd had apps like Quizlet to make things easier. For example, there are physics games that you have to complete before you run out of time. This helps you learn faster. If I had used apps like Quizlet when I was at school, I would have understood things much more quickly and easily, he says. Would you like to sign up for a class or take a course that uses gamification?
Speed. How quickly something moves. Speed is distance over time. Engineer. Someone who designs or builds machines.
This is the video for this part. Okay. Let's go back to the exercise and see the answers. Gamification is a new way of learning. No. We feel good when we play games. No. The only answer, which is false, is Matt Johnson learned with games at school. So, let's go on. Read the article again and complete it with these sentences. Be careful. There is one extra sentence. Well, perhaps you can. We didn't learn using games when I was at school. It really is the future of learning. We must do so many things to move forward. The gamification is learning by playing games. Players have to make different words with the same letters. It's really exciting, isn't it? These sentences completed with these sentences. There is one extra sentence. Okay, let's see. First one is done for you. We must do so many things to move forward. Second one. A. Well, perhaps you can. Third one. C. No, E, sorry. E. Gamification is learning by playing games. Fourth one. G. It's really exciting, isn't it? Fifth one. Yes. F. Players have to make different words with the same letters. Sixth one. B. We didn't learn using games when I was at school. Okay, now let's go on. Circle the correct verbs. With the verbs in bold will help you. Would you like to take or sign up a course in robotics? We have to write or attend classes every day. If you sign up or take for the art class before Friday, you'll pass less. You will pay less, sorry. Trisha and Ralph both want to write or do physics at university. Fifth one, all students have to take or write the exam in May. Sixth one, I wish we didn't have to attend or write an essay this weekend. Your turn. Your turn. And we will check. I'm waiting. First one. First one is done. Take a course in robotics. Two, second one, attend classes we have learned. Third one, if you sign up for the art class before Friday, you will pay less. Fourth, Trisha and Ralph both want to do physics at university. Fifth one, all students have to take or write. Which one? Take. Sixth one, I wish we didn't have to write an essay this weekend. Okay. Go on. Complete the dialogues with these phrases. Sorry. Then listen and check your answers. Okay. Why don't you like French? I have a hard time learning new words. Okay, everyone, please stop writing. Oh no. Why do I always maybe we will check. This new phone is fantastic. It's great that you which one? Let's do this one. Not this one. No. Keep up with the tides. Yes, because she's old. Grandma. Don't forget. So keep up with the times. Remember the generation gap. We have so much homework. I know. How will we to do it all? This one? Oh. Have you finished your project yet? No, projects always. Which one? This one? This one? Think about this. You are doing a project and he is asking, have you finished your project yet? No, projects always at the time of your life take a long time. Okay, should I go on the school trip? Yes, you will have the time of your life. Yes. Bravo to us. Okay. Now, let's go on. Third conditional, if past perfect simple would have and past participle. Now we are going to study grammar now. Okay, listen to me very carefully. We use third conditional, if, third conditional, to talk about something that was possible in the past, could be, let's say, in the past, but didn't happen. It didn't happen. For example, if I had arrived earlier, you wouldn't have missed the game. If I hadn't arrived earlier, you wouldn't have missed the game. Let's say for him, he didn't arrive earlier. That's why she missed the game. Let's say, you understand? Okay, if I hadn't studied I would have done badly in the test. He had studied, so he had done well in the test. Okay, wishes two, wishes two, second type, let's say. We use wish past with past perfect simple to say that we are sorry that something happened or didn't happen in the past. She wishes she hadn't invited the girls to the party. She invited them. She wishes she hadn't invited, but she invited. Maybe they caused a problem in the party. We don't know. I wish I had brought my maths book with me. I didn't bring my book. So that's why I said I wish. Okay, what else? Grammar reference? No, not this one. For this, there is an exercise, let's say. If the teacher had given us a project, I would have done it. Complete the sentences with one word. Don't forget, you are going to look at the sentence and put the right word there. Henry wishes he studied harder for his exam. He had studied. He had studied harder for his exam. He didn't study. She would have signed up for singing class if she had known about it. How? I wish I don't forget wish to what was afterwards after wish past perfect. So I wish I had attended yesterday's class. I was at the dentist. She didn't attend the class. We understood from I wish, but she didn't. We had more time. We would have written an essay. So that must be if. If they had wanted a break, they would have asked for one. Okay, let's go on. Listen to Jamie and her dad talking about an app and circle the correct words. Now listen, and look at the exercise in your books, and let's do the exercise.
Listening. Exercise 6. Listen to Jamie and her dad talking about an app and circle the correct words.
Oh no! I wish I hadn't chosen that word. I'm going to run out of time now.
Jamie, don't you have an English essay to write? If you had started it this afternoon, you would have finished it by now.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll make time after dinner to do the essay. It won't take me a long time because I've already planned it.
You play that game all the time. I wish you didn't have that app. I think you should use it less.
But I've been playing this vocabulary game because it's fun and it's helping me prepare for the essay.
Really? How?
Well, it has all the words that we learnt in class. I know what they all mean and I can spell them all.
Oh, really? That's clever. I wish we'd had games like that when I was at school. All we had were boring exercises.
Okay, let's listen again and do the exercise together, okay? Ready? Yes.
Listening. Exercise 6. Listen to Jamie and her dad talking about an app and circle the correct words.
Oh no! I wish I hadn't chosen that word. I'm going to run out of time now.
Okay. Jamie wishes that she hadn't chosen the word, so Jamie has just chosen the wrong word, but run out of time. Okay, that's the right answer. 2.
Amy, don't you have an English essay to write? If you had
Jamie's dad thinks she should. He says, don't you have an essay to write? He helps her remember the homework, okay? That. So the right answer is write an essay. Jamie's dad thinks she should not play another game, but write an essay. 3.
had started it this afternoon, you would have finished it by now.
Don't worry, Dad. I'll make time after dinner to do the essay.
Okay, Jamie plans to write her essay after the dinner. After dinner, let's say. Okay, let's go on. Fourth.
It won't take me a long time because I've already planned it.
You play that game all the time. I wish you didn't have that app.
He wishes she wouldn't have that app, so didn't have the app. Wishes. Fifth one.
I think you should use it less.
But I've been playing this vocabulary game because it's fun and it's helping me prepare for the essay.
Really? How?
Well, it has all the words that we learnt in class. I know what they all mean and I can spell them all.
The game has helped Jamie. No, remember words, because she uses the words, these words in the game. So she learned and she remembered everything. Okay, sixth one.
Oh, really? That's clever. I wish we'd had games like that when I was at school.
Yes, Jamie's dad realizes that the game is clever. Bravo. Okay. In pairs, look at the table. Take turns to talk about these problems and what you wish you had or hadn't done. Problems: not have any money now. Wishes: spend less money at the weekend. So I can use a word or a sentence, let's say. I wish I hadn't spent, third form. I hadn't spent so much money at the weekend. Or I wish I had spent less money at the weekend. Okay? Negative or positive? Both words can be used. Be late for school today, not miss the bus this morning. I wish I hadn't missed the bus this morning. That's why I was late for school today. You can use that. Third one. Okay. Third one. Let's say feel sick now. Feel ill, let's say, or sick now. Not eat so much for dinner. I wish I hadn't eaten so much for dinner. That's why I felt sick, or I feel sick now. The fourth one, do badly in maths exam yesterday, study harder last week. If I wish I had studied harder. I wish I had studied harder last week. I wouldn't do badly in maths exam yesterday. So let's go back to the fifth one. I wish I hadn't watched TV for 6 hours. I wouldn't have a headache now. So the sixth one. I wish I hadn't forgotten to call him last night. We best friend be sad now. Our best friend wouldn't be sad now, you can say. My best friend is sad now. I wish I hadn't forgotten to call him or her last night. Yes, you can change the sentences according to you. Let's go on. Oh, game. Let's try twice and then I'll stop the game. Okay, let me show you. Team A. Yes. If we had known you were in town. Which one? This one, this one, this one. Think about this. Think about the structure we studied together. If we had known you were in town, yes, we would have visited you. Okay, second one. Team B. I wish my bike. Now it's hard for me to get around town. I wish my bike. Now it's hard for me to get around town. So he doesn't have the bicycle anymore. Think about this, about the sentence, I wish I hadn't sold. He had sold. Okay. Now let's go back to the main page. Sorry. To lesson 23, speaking, listening. We finished. No, not, yes, we finished. Yes, we finished. So let's go back to the grammar part of this lesson. Grammar. 23. Third conditional. Now look at the picture here. Look at the picture here. Sorry. Walter wants to go to the gym today. Can you drive me to the gym, Wendy? Sorry, Walter, I have a meeting in 10 minutes. If I had got up earlier, I would have taken you there. Okay? So let's go back again and see the exercises. Third condition, remember, we use the third condition to talk about things that were possible in the past but didn't happen. If we had left earlier, we would have arrived on time. We usually use the past perfect simple in the if clause and would have past plus past participle in the main clause. If she had driven carefully, she wouldn't have had an accident. She has an accident. We can use modal perfect verbs like could have and might have in the main clause. If he had studied harder, he could have become a doctor. If it hadn't been so hot yesterday, I might have worn my new coat. Okay. Wishes too. We use wish with the past perfect simple to talk about regrets. Regrets. We use it to say that we are sorry that something happened or didn't happen in the past. I wish I had signed up for the acting class. Acting class. She wishes she hadn't forgotten to call her best friend, but she had forgotten. Okay. Now let's look at the exercise. If we had worked on our project all day, we would have finished. Don't forget. This is the example. 2. If Tom left or had left for work earlier, he would have arrived on time. Had left. 3. That video game, if I had seen it in the shops. Which one? Yes, I would have bought that video game if I had seen it in the shops. 4th, we coats if the weather had been warmer. Which one? Yes, we wouldn't have needed coats if the weather had been warmer. Fifth one, if I ill, I would have come to to volleyball practice. Hadn't been ill. Sixth one, if Donna had taken some medicine, she better more quickly. Yes, she would have got. Don't forget, past perfect. The other one, would, could, might have. Okay. Seventh, they would have visited me if they had known I was in hospital. The last one, the eighth one, eight, she would take the train if she hadn't found a cheap plane ticket. She would have taken. Okay, let's. Bravo, bravo. Okay. Now, complete the sentences with the verbs in brackets. Use the third conditional. Don't forget, third conditional. If she hadn't lost the map, we would have found the hotel already. If Jonathan not break his arm, he would have played football with us. Not break, don't forget past perfect. So, hadn't broken. Hadn't broken. 3. Paul moved some of the boxes if I had asked him to help. Yes. Would have moved. Would have. Don't forget. If, past perfect. The other one, would, could, might have. Fourth one, if you hadn't told me about the app, I wouldn't have downloaded. Fifth one. Fran wouldn't have eaten anything if she, not being hungry, wouldn't have eaten if she hadn't been. She hadn't been hungry. Sixth one, if I use an alarm clock, I would have woken up on time. If, yes, had used an alarm clock, I would have woken up on time. Seventh one, the performance not be so good if they hadn't had a lot of rehearsals. In Turkish, we use prova. Okay, the performance, if hadn't had the other part, wouldn't have been. The eighth one, Hannah would have finished her exam if she would have finished if she hadn't run out. Okay, let's go on. Complete the sentence with the verbs in brackets. Use the third conditional. If I had studied harder, I would have passed the exam. Jim sandwiches if Jim would have made sandwiches if he hadn't forgotten to buy bread. Jack and Alice take a taxi if they miss the bus. Would have taken a taxi if they had missed the bus. Ellie not lose her smartwatch if Ellie wouldn't have lost if she had been more careful. If they not eat so much, he not feel sick. Yes, if they hadn't eaten so much, he wouldn't have felt sick. Wouldn't have, could have, might have, don't forget. Emma become an engineer if she Emma would have become an engineer if she had gone to university. The seventh one, if she not shout, I not hear her. If she hadn't shouted, I wouldn't have heard her. If we for the cinema earlier, we see the beginning of the film. If we had left, if we had left for the cinema earlier, we would have seen the beginning of the film. Yes. These are the exercises for this part. Let's go back. Again, there's another one. Yes. Complete the sentences with the correct form of the verbs in brackets together. I know this is a little bit more grammar, but I want you to understand if, wish, and the other clauses. I didn't do well in my tennis match. I wish I had practiced. Don't forget, past perfect. Had practiced. Had, verb 3. Verb 3. Practice more. Bobby wishes he had asked. We didn't enjoy our beach holiday last summer. We wish we in the mountains instead had stayed. Jenny wishes she hadn't made fun of Kim the other day because Kim doesn't want to talk to her anymore. It was very sunny at the beach yesterday. Jason wishes he had taken his sunglasses. I wish we hadn't moved to this neighborhood last year. It was very noisy. Seventh one, everyone laughed at Jack's photo. He wishes he hadn't shown it to anyone. I missed the bus to school this morning. I wish I hadn't slept so late last night. Okay, let's go on. What do these people wish? Write sentences. For example, Tom hurt his head because he didn't wear a helmet. He wishes he hadn't hurt his head. First one. Second one, he wishes he had worn a helmet. 2. Think about these. The answers are in the sentence. I was cold because I forgot my coat. I wish I wouldn't. No, I wish I hadn't been cold. The second one, I wish I hadn't forgotten my coat. Hadn't been cold, hadn't forgotten my coat. Third one, Sarah broke her phone because she dropped it. She wishes she hadn't broken her phone. She wishes she hadn't dropped her phone, let's say. Yes, and hadn't broken her phone. Okay. Remember how we use wish, past simple, wish could, and wish past perfect simple, and circle the correct words. Jane was cold when she was out last night. She wishes she had taken a jacket with her. Marty would love to live in a house by the beach. He wishes, not this one. He could buy one. Third one. I didn't finish my homework yesterday because I played video games all day. I wish I hadn't played video games all day because he played. That's what he wishes. She wishes he wishes, let's say, he wishes he hadn't played video games, but he played. Kim wishes she now could go to Italy next summer so she could practice her Italian. She could, not in the past. She wishes she could go next summer. Don't forget, next, not in the past. Next. He couldn't take part in the match because he had the flu. He wishes he hadn't been ill. No one enjoyed the meal because the food was terrible. We wish the chef had made better food. I wish I weren't. I wish I hadn't been so tired. I could go cycling with my friends later. No, I wish I weren't. Because this is not in the past. Dad had a backache yesterday after lifting some heavy boxes. He wishes he hadn't lifted because it's in the past. Okay, let's go on. Complete the email with the correct form of the verbs in brackets. Use any type of conditional: wish, past simple, wish, past perfect simple. Great news on winning your match. I'm sorry I couldn't come to the game, but my aunt and uncle were visiting us last weekend. We had other plans. If they hadn't decided to visit us, I would have been able to come. Your basketball team is one of the best, so I wish I had seen the match because it finished in the past. I really, yes, enjoy because all the time, he says. He's not talking about the past. Watching basketball games when the teams play well. And I heard you scored 2 points in the last 10 seconds of the game. That's amazing. If he hadn't scored those points, the other team would have won. Would have won. Okay. Yes, the last one to talk about it. Have more free time last weekend. Talk with a partner about what you would have done in these situations. Use the third condition. Don't forget. Lose smartphone on last holiday. For example, there's an example here. If I had more free time last weekend, I would have gone shopping for some new trainers. For example, for the first sentence, let's say, first example, lose smartphone on last holiday. If I if I hadn't lost if I hadn't lost smartphone on my last holiday, I wouldn't have bought a new one, a new and expensive one, I can say. Okay, the second one, meet band members after concert. If I had met members after the concert, I would have told them to play better, let's say. Not bring camera, wildlife park. Think about these. What if, what would? Okay, think about this. Look at the example here. Look at the example here. Example here. And think about the sentences and the situations. Okay, weather, work, last summer, and so on. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to the student book. Yes, we have finished lesson 23, and we studied the grammar part. We studied the vocabulary part. Don't forget to write as many words as possible into your notebooks, please. Okay? See you then. Bye.